All right, I know what you're thinking. The rifle looks weird. Yeah, I left the handguard off. It's just easier to adjust this gas block without the handguard in the way. Not that you can't, because Superlative gives you a very long tool to do that with, and it's got the little kind of ball end hex there at the bottom, or Allen, whatever you want to call it, Allen key. But it's just easier this way. Plus, I've been messing with it anyway. I already had it off to put in the gas block, so here we are. So, I have not adjusted this gas block. It comes allegedly in the closed position. So I'm just going to fire around, see what happens. Shouldn't cycle. It did not cycle. Perfect. So, there's our round. Loaded 3, still 2 in the mag. Hopefully. I couldn't put the safety on because it didn't cycle. If you know about an AR, if it's not, the hammer is not cocked, you can't actually put it on safety. So, let me just show you what that means. We're clear. I fire. Won't let me put it on safety till hammer's recocked, back into safe. But if you're replacing gas blocks, I would assume you already know that. So we are completely closed. So what the instructions say now is to back off. What does it say exactly? I used the term back off, but I didn't put that, or did it? Start by backing out the gas adjustment screw counterclockwise 4.5 revolutions or 18 clicks. 4 clicks per revolution. Okay. This will make it equal to a non-adjustable gas block at full pressure. All right. And then also, Superlative gives you the ejection pattern and what you want. So, take our tool, count to 18, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 17. It's weird because it has this like double click. So as you turn it, you can tell that it's turning freely and you can feel like a ball in there, ball detent, I guess. But then you feel it start to give. So there's like 2 clicks. I don't know. Not really a fan of that, but see what happens. So we got load a 3rd round. We're going hot. Assuming it cycles, I'll fire all 3 and we'll get our ejection pattern. 1, 2, 3. Are clear, clear, clear. So our ejection pattern is heading towards a 1 o'clock position if we consult our handy dandy little manual here. It says it's overgassed. Okay. So we need to back it out more. Okay. Allegedly, I have like 30 more adjustments from here. Just gonna leave these out. How do we do that? How do we not be dumb? So we're gonna put it into bleed off mode as it's known. Okay, let's start with 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why did I do 4? Because that's 1 revolution according to them. Load 3 more rounds. See what happens. Go hot. Are clear. Okay. We are still more of a 2 o'clock position, but still allegedly overgassed. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Whole nother revolution. 3 more rounds. See what happens. Still not ideal. Yes, I know I loaded ammo before cycling this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah, there's a burp. See what we got now. Clear and clear. And our ejection pattern is getting worse. Let's just go all the way to the back, shall we? Another reason I left the handguard off is when you install something like this, you've got pins and you've got screws and things, and you can, as you're messing with it, you can make sure that those aren't backing out on you, and because it's not like you're gonna save them necessarily. Okay, this does have a mechanism built in where you can't back the plunger all the way out without knocking a pin out. Not necessarily that you're going to save a pin, but maybe you catch it before it falls out. But also, if a pin does fall out, say on the gas tube or something down here, and you don't realize it because you got a handguard covering it because this is brand new, your potential failures can happen, and we don't want that, especially with the gas system. Not necessarily that it's going to hurt you, but we don't want to go like full Kentucky ballistics out here either. We do have a med kit, IFAC. I'd rather not use it. So we're fully backed out. Let's see what that does. Hell yeah. We are safe. We didn't have enough gas to lock the bolt back, so we need to turn it clockwise now and give us a little more gas. 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically we're short stroking it, if you will. Notice it had locked back every time on our metal magazine. One of the reasons I'm using aluminum. It is still a metal, but wanted to use a metal magazine because, I don't know, not that I have any problems with the Magpols or other plastic polymer magazines, but I don't know, kind of looks cool too. Plus it's already loaded with the 77 grain that I'm using. By the way, I can't remember if I actually mentioned it. We're using AAC 77 grain 5.56 ammo. That's what I want to optimize this for. It also should be a shortcut to doing a gas block because your 77 grain is going to be less, what do you want to say, charged, if you will, less hot than a 5.56 and 55 grain. That doesn't always hold up necessarily, but generally that's the way it is. But either way, I've got this LPVO on here, and this is the ammo that I want to tune it for anyway. So, all right. So we're we're a full turn back inward from our bleed off mode. So that should put us at like a 44 of our 48. 3 rounds. Make sure our ejection pattern is still good. Like it? Yeah, maybe a little too much. But we did lock back. So there is instructions in here, and once you get it to your desired ejection pattern, making sure the magazine is locking back, or excuse me, the bolt is locking back on an empty magazine. What does it say? Load 5 rounds, blah, blah, blah. So if it's ejecting where you want, it says to best results, dial it in between 3 to 3.5 turns. With usage, your bolt carrier group will slow down with carbon buildup, mimicking an undergas system. Joke's on you. I was already carbon built up, so I am gonna just do 2 clicks though, clockwise. 1, 2. That way, as carbon does build up more and more, it shouldn't cause an issue. It's not like I'm going into combat. We're gonna load 3 rounds because we have them. We're gonna test, make sure. Going hot. Still like it. Still like it. Fantastic. We are clear. We are on safe. Perfect. Now, I should tell you, I have nothing to do with Superlative Arms. Nothing at all. The model I put in is a SABO-DI-750SM. Bleed off. It's a 750 or 0.750 inch solid set screw with a melanite finish for bleed off AR-15, AR-10 platform. Designed and manufactured in Florida, USA. Kind of like that. But cool. All right, so I'm going to show you how to set this thing up. This is Superlative Arms adjustable gas block. It's pretty simple, but you're going to need a few tools. You can get away with using the Magpul AR Vise block, Bev block as it's called. I've upgraded to a, what is this, the Walker with the sail on it, even locks. Anyway, we're going to start with this thing upside down. Obviously, bolt carrier group is out of the rifle, so we're safe there. Locks on. Even though it's aluminum, I like this Wheeler engineering block. Works well. So, a couple of things you're going to need. You're going to need a 3/32 Allen or Allen bit. Need your instructions. Need some blue Loctite, medium thread locker as it's called. And you want to have a feeler gauge here, 0.25 inches. Anyway, I'll put links to this in the description so you can just buy it, I guess. Click the link. Sports channel. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead, loosen this up, and basically show you how to use a feeler gauge. It's pretty simple. You take the gauge, again 0.25, slide that in between, slide the block, and tighten accordingly. Should be like that. Shouldn't fall out of there. I'm going to go ahead and leave that because I am going to use the blue Loctite here. Now that I have it where I want it. Little goes a long way for Loctite. And that's way more than a little. But Superlative Arms says just to hand tighten this. They don't give a torque spec. So I guess if you have weak hands, I don't know what to tell you. There we go. That's enough there. Whose hand are we tightening this to? Not a huge fan of when places don't give you torque specs, but hey, still a quality product all the way around thus far. Pull our feeler gauge out. We're at 0.25 there. We flip this around. I can put a link to the Vise, I guess, too. So I remember trying to find a Vise, which one works best. This one actually has clearance. You don't have to lock this in, by the way. You can leave it like so. It's probably not very good to see. Put it on the side here. It's one of the things I like about it. So you have a little detent pin here. It's pretty straightforward. Use your pin punches, pushes, what have you. Let me show you. These guys are invaluable for having. I bought these off of Amazon. I don't remember how much they cost, but you should have a set of punches, but when you're doing roll pins, you're going to want something that has a little nub there. I don't know how easily you can see that, but it's got a little dome part there, so you can kind of corral, center the punch on the pin and punch it out or push it in, whichever. But pretty straightforward, guys. If you're not sure how to do this, maybe consult a friend who does. You can email me, what have you. But basically, if you're not sure, it's okay. We've all broken stuff before, but anyway. Hopefully you enjoyed this whole thing on this Superlative arms and how it works and what it does and what it doesn't do. But I'm going to keep putting stuff out with this, and I'm going to shoot this AR quite a bit more and see how this thing holds up over time. So